What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the power of feeling empty and like the power of not feeling satisfied with life. Right now, obviously, I'm not talking about if you're really depressed, like where it's severe. If that's the case, then try to get like mental help or professional help. But this video is more so about like if you just feel unsatisfied with life, if you just feel like sad, or you just feel like nothing really excites you in life. Um, where you just don't feel satisfied with either with the people you're around with or just the things you're doing, the hobbies you're take you're doing, just anything in general. Where you just seem like life just seems very boring. If you feel like there's no meaning behind life, this video is kind of for you. So now if you're experiencing that, now I feel like there's so many ways where you can overcome this. Now I understand like some people may experience very severe shit. So I'm not saying, oh, I have all the answers to fix it. But what I am saying is you should try this. You know what I'm saying? And we all know this too. There's other YouTubers, there's other channels who talk about stuff that I'm talking about right now. I mean, I actually got these from other YouTubers, but I forgot what their names are. But they did mention how to overcome situations where you feel empty, right? And I'm sure you guys hear this a lot. So Um, first off, you have to acknowledge the fact that since you're feeling very empty, since you're not feeling satisfied with life, then that gives you the perfect opportunity to get off your comfort zone and try to do things that scare you the most. So, for example, let's say, for example, you feel unsatisfied with life, right? But you always fear public speaking. You always fear of like talking in big crowds and stuff, or performing in big crowds. Well, since you're feeling empty, since you're feeling depressed, why not do that shit? Why not give your life some adrenaline? Why not give your life some fight or flight mode? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like try to like and then that's what I mean by getting off your comfort zone. Try new things in life. There's always the thing about life is that like there's always something new to try. There's always something you could try that you haven't tried. Just try it out. Even I know it may seem like a hassle. I know you feel lazy. I know you don't feel like fucking doing it. I get it. I know that feeling. But just try it out. Just try to develop a routine or try to set multiple like throughout the day. Try to do multiple things that scare you the most. It could be making a YouTube video. If you're so bored of life, if you're so depressed, if you don't have a YouTube channel, put yourself out there and speak your mind. You know, just speak your thoughts. You know, that's what I do. At times, I get very bored. I get very bored on that's my life. So like, I decide to make a YouTube channel and just I'll literally speak my mind. Whatever's on my mind, I'll speak on it. So just try that out. You know what I'm saying? Or like go to like roller coasters, go to like Six Flags, or go to anything where like it'll get your heart pumping, like anything where you get your like heart like your heartbeat rate up that'll get your adrenaline spikes up. You know what I'm saying? And the more you keep on doing it, the more you're gonna feel more like zest with life. The more you're gonna have more energy with life. The more you're gonna try new things. The more you want to get off your comfort zone. And I feel like if someone is feeling very low or depressed, that really gives you the opportunity to kind of do great things. I'm sure we know someone that's very like very sad or like very depressed or it's very like unsatisfied with life. I feel like that's a blessing in a way because like if you're constantly feeling those feelings, that in itself is an indicator that you're meant for greater things and you're meant to do things that are outside the box. Because I've known people who are like even from my own experience, like there are people who seem very insecure, very seem like they have a lot of social anxiety, or like or they're just very introverted, or like they don't like talking. Usually, people who really hide the things that most people have, they're usually really better and greater at those things that they hide from what most people have. You know what I'm saying? For example, you have someone who's very quiet. You know that one kid who's always quiet in class, or that one kid who doesn't want to be bothered, this and that. Well, or he seems very antisocial. Well, 9 times out of 10, that kid could be one of the most confident motherfuckers out there. Like, he could be one of the best fucking public speakers, the most confident, most outgoing individual out there. But he just hasn't tapped into that yet. He has a and shout out to shout out to shout out to Chauncey one because in his YouTube channel, check out his channel. CHONYWON. I always gotta revert back to his channel because like he speaks real shit. He talks about like as human beings we have blockages. That's why like we're not able to tap into like certain energies. Like let's say you're really good at talking, you're really good at public speaking, but like you always have like a stuttering problem, or you just feel like you just always stutter, like like you just always choke on your words. then more than likely you have a blockage, you know? So check out his channel. He talks about how to release certain energies, how to release blockages. He talks about the importance of yoga, importance of like fasting and meditation, and that will help you release those blockages around your body. He talks about those things. But yeah, but that's what I'm getting into. Like, if you see someone that's very insecure, if you see someone that's very like um is very like shy or something, then more than likely he has greater traits that are the exact opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So don't be trip about it. So if you're feeling very low, depressed, just know that you're meant for great things, and and since you're feeling very low, depressed, or not satisfied with life, then there's a good chance that you probably don't care what people think about you, right? Even though you have some fears here and there, you have some insecurities because we're all human. Every human being has insecurities and fears. But since you're feeling unsatisfied with life, you just don't feel like doing anything, you feel very depressed, there's a good chance that you probably don't care what people think about you. So why not do things that will make a huge impact for the world, or make a huge impact for people, or just do something very like ordinary that's out of the box. And and since you're feeling so empty in life, if you do those things, it will get you a lot of abundance. Maybe it will get you a lot of money to the point where like now you could travel around the world, and now you could buy whatever you want to buy. You could do whatever you want. You have a lot of influence all over the world. You can live however type of lifestyle you want to live. And if you don't like people, then you have enough money to where you can travel and like be in an area where like you're not around people, or if you want to live in an island or something, or in tropics. And that's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what types of doors will open for you. And if you do find your passions, if you do things, if you are taking place, you are doing things that you fear the most, um, it's gonna eventually it's gonna give you more excitement with life, and then eventually you're gonna get out of that. You're gonna get out of that ruts. You're gonna get out of those habits. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times where, like with me, like I feel unsatisfied with life, or like I just feel very like I feel very like depressed sometimes, or I just feel very angry with life. Like I just don't feel like doing certain things. So what I'll do is like, for example, I decided to make a YouTube channel because me, like I always have like racing thoughts, and like people, place, and things is always pissing me off and shit, and like I didn't know how to really express myself in the outer world, so like I decided to make a YouTube channel, and now I have over 300 videos of me just speaking my mind, and I've met great people, and I've gained some subscribers and views like that. So that's what I'm trying to get at, and I enjoy doing it too. But you see how it keeps me occupied, it keeps me busy, it keeps me like looking forward each and every day. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but now the more I'm making YouTube videos, the more I'm improving on my speaking and stuff, you know. And who knows, maybe one day my channel will blow up and I can make money off of it, and I could do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to get at. So that's always really important, trying new things. Like if you're feeling depressed, sad, or angry, or you just hate life so much, try to find outlets that will push you to become great. It could be through working out. Like, because usually people who feel very like sad or empty or just unsatisfied with life, deep down you're also gonna have a lot of anger. You're gonna have a lot of resentment because deep down you probably hate this world. You probably hate the fucking people. You probably hate how things play out in this fucking realm, right? So try to use that anger as motivation to maybe go to the gym to constantly work out. I'm telling you, people who are very like who feel very empty alive, people who are usually like very depressive and stuff, they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of emotions within in a good way. Like they have a lot of like drive and motivation and fucking energy and fire and zest inside them. They just don't know how to tap into it. They just don't know how to like find ways um to unlock all that shit, or to engage all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times where I'm like this too, where like there are times where like I don't feel like going outside. Like there are times where I'll be very there'll be times where I'm very introverted, or like I'm very like lazy. But since I have so much, and that really pissed me off because I hate this world so much, right? So I hate this society. I hate people. I hate shit like that, right? I hate the corruption and shit. So that would piss me off, and like now I was able to tap into my anger and shit, and I use that shit to go to the gym, to make YouTube videos, to focus on my career, to like take care of myself, to always clean my room, to kind of develop more like I'm trying to like I use all my anger to self improve myself pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And that shit helps a lot, and like there are times where like I'm very shocked and impressed within myself and how much I could do, all because I have a lot of pent up anger, pent up emotions, and shit like that. As you gotta find ways to release that shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't hold it on, and that's the thing too. If you have all these like pent up emotions, and you know, if they Chauncey one on his YouTube channel, he talks about stuff like this as well. Like this is where I'm getting his stuff from. So check out his channel, check out his videos. He does talk about stuff like that. Where was I? But fuck, where was I? Oh, but that be careful too, because when you constantly when you have so much emotions, when you have so much like just a lot of energy, you feel like it's gonna be so easier for you to go to extremes. So, for example, if you use that energy to work out, then you're constantly gonna work out. But use your extremes in a good way, not a bad way. For example, it's always good to overdose and overdo it when you're going to the gym, when you're working to improve your career, when you're trying to better yourself, shit like that. But it's never okay to overdose when it comes to things that harm the body, such as staying inside all day, sleeping, not doing anything. Even though it is kind of healthy here and there, it's all about the right um times you do it, but don't overdo it. If you're gonna overdo something, make it to where like you're bettering yourself, like going to the gym, work on your studies, again, working out, partaking in your hobbies, partaking in your creative projects, like making a YouTube channel, playing music, playing a guitar, drawing, doing makeup, just shit like that. Where it'll really help you make money and help improve your life for the better. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing too. When people are very empty or like they have a tendency to be very depressive and shit, it's not really that. It's more so like you just have a lot of energy and just don't know how to use that shit. 9 times out of 10, I'm not a professional. I'm not saying, but there are instances where people are like scientifically like it's affecting them and shit. But I'm just saying like if you're watching this, if you feel depressive or like low in energy, go watch Chauncey One's videos. But also just know that like and he mentioned this as well. But like also just know that you have a lot of energy that you're able to tap in and shit. Like you got a lot of anger that you got to release and shit like that. So try to use that anger to improve your life. You got to tap into that shit. The reason why people don't want to, people who are usually like low on energy or like you're just always inside, like they just are depressed and shit like that, is because they don't know how to use it and they feel like they just don't want to be seen. But you just gotta say fuck it and like once you take action, and that's the thing too. Once you decide to take action, you're gonna feel so mad. You're gonna feel so angry. It's like, fuck, man, I'm really doing this. Fuck, I don't want to because even in your comfort zone like that, like when you're constantly resting, and now you finally gotta do something, you're gonna feel very angry and very pissed off because that's how I be feeling. Because there are times where like, I just don't want to deal with this world. I just don't want to deal with people. But then like I gotta force to like kind of improve myself. I gotta force to complete certain shit, and then I get so pissed off, especially at my first attempt to like get up from bed, go outside. I get so angry, but then all that anger, all these emotions, I'll just take it into my work. I'll take it into my craft and shit, and then I'll do really fucking good. You know, so I think part of this human experience is trying to like it's trying to direct and use your energy because there's so much shit you can do in this human experience. And there's so much distractions and there's so much ways where you can improve your life. So it all depends how you use your energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the social media age, shit, right? So for example, you can use your energy to work out, to focus on your studies, and I don't know, to do good at your career or at your credit projects. Or you can use that energy to self-destruct, like falling into drugs, alcohol, uh, a lot of sex, a lot of porn, a lot of porn websites, just a lot of ejaculation. So like, if you're constantly ejaculating, you're gonna waste your energy and shit like that. Or you can use your anger to do no fap, so you can increase your energy. It's just shit like that. For like, but I'm more just about the human experience. It's all about how you use your energy and shit. You know, especially if you're very like depressive or like sensitive and shit like that. You really gotta be mindful of how you use your energy and shit because like I said before, like you're gonna be more prone to like excessively use those energies. Like you're gonna be more prone to like go overboard or to overdo it. Like you're more prone to go to the extremes on whatever you choose to put your energy on. I'm like this too. Like there are times where like I have so much energy I feel like, and there are times where I put it to the right directions, but there are also times where I put my energy and I put it towards the wrong directions. And then, so it's kind of crazy. So he's got to find. I guess you can find the right balance, but more so, I'd rather have you um, direct and focus on your energy more so, and to overdo it on the self improving side versus the self destruction pride side. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that shit makes sense. But yeah, just know that you're not alone. You feel like life is depressive or like life got nothing to offer. I feel you because we're being controlled by money. There's a lot of restrictions and shit. You can't really travel around the world. You can't really. A lot of people aren't happy. Like a lot of people, and rightfully so, because a lot of people they can't do the things they want to do because of money control. That's why, because of this system. But this video is more so about try to use that anger and try to find ways where you can make yourself busy, excited, and happy, and looking forward to living life. And like I said, even though there are a lot of restrictions and corruption, there are so many things you can do that will make you happy. You just got to learn how to find them. You just got to do a lot of soul searching, and there are things out there, and I'm sure there are things you fear of doing, but just try to put yourself out there, try to overcome your fear, and like it'll get you more excitement and more confidence to do the things you want to do in life. And it's gonna give you more energy and like you're gonna feel more busy and you're gonna look forward to living life and shit. You know, it's got to use that anger and channel that shit to the right things in life. You know, that's all I gotta say. And have a good one. Peace. Hang on. How do you close this?